Alrighty, hello, good evening, travelers and adventurers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Roll for Your Lives.
Hello!
How
Hello.
are you?
Fine. Thank you.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing all right. A little
Zacher.
crazy.
Hey, Zacher.
How's it going?
Mr. Zacher Supreme.
Oh, my nose is so
I'm doing
stuffy.
alright tonight.
So tonight, we are missing our dear pal Numbers, for they are under the weather.
No, not.
I ate his arm.
No,
Quick recovery.
maybe. Yeah, hoping for a quick recovery.
Hopefully, yeah.
But in the time being, I will be doing my best Numbers impression, if the time calls for it.
I think we should unveil all of the backstory. Go.
just like pull up his backstory PDF and just start reading it off.
That was a close call of death. Time for
At
me to
age-
recount my entire life story.
At age 5, Numbers was born without a face.
He's only age 1.
That's gonna be in the future then.
Oh, God.
It's just
Spoilers.
Hey Gerta!
Mr. Oldtown.
Hello.
Hello!
Oh, what a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Ugh. So, we got some fun news to talk about a little bit tonight. Because we've got Curse of Strahd on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm stoked.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow!
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm really
Thank
excited
you.
for Curse of Strahd on Thursday. That's gonna be fantastic.
I've been waiting a
So
long time
excited
to
to
run this
die.
module.
This is gonna be our first official module that we've streamed on here, so definitely stay tuned for episode 1 on Thursday.
Stoked as a joke, baby.
I don't know, you guys got any like fun news or anything to discuss?
My mom sent me a really cute photo of my dog, and she's adorable.
That's very good.
Hell yeah.
That's the best news I've gotten all day. Is just that she's doing good and is very cute.
That is very good.
Last week I ordered a 10-piece chicken nugget. They gave me 11 pieces, so...
Oh hell
Rolling
yeah!
hot!
Oh, yeah.
Rolling
Okay.
That's
hot,
always a
baby.
good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
Yeah,
not even
I-
kidding. You
If
just
that
go,
happened to me,
"Oh."
I could die in peace if that happened.
I've been walking on sunshine ever since.
There's a wing shop in my hometown, and my dad and I almost said where I was.
I heard that.
There's a wing shop in Docks.
My dad and I would go there so often for like wings. We'd go like a few times a month because they were amazing. That they'd like whatever we ordered, they'd always throw in like 5 extra for us. It was
Oh,
crazy.
hell yeah.
3. That's 5 whole free wings.
That's
Gotta
really
have-
nice.
That's
The
And
amount
homemade
of
ranch,
gas
too.
station food
Ugh.
I've consumed today is unrealistic.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
praying for you.
You alright?
Oh, that is horrifying.
Break for your stomach.
Depending
Thank you, thank you.
It's not the worst thing.
I have a
that's
high
true.
constitution. He'll be fine.
You know what I do love? It's not really gas station food, but I don't have an issue at all with 7-Eleven pizza. Like I think it's pretty good.
Ew, no,
What?
the pizza is fucking nasty, but the hot dogs and the chips and cheese there are actually pretty
Oh, I
bomb.
don't like nacho cheese dip. Their taquitos, I fuck with heavy.
The 7-Eleven taquitos are great. So are there like little breakfast sandwich biscuits, especially if you get them, I think it's around 11 o'clock,
I've never had
when they're
one.
just about to get rid of them.
Ugh.
They usually sell them for like $1 each.
Which
Oh.
brings us to our sponsor for today, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven. I don't know, man. It's just like
Come-
your pizza saved me on so many times.
Ew, that's
Right, man.
fucking revolting. Their
There was
Their
one
pizza
right by
isn't
my
bad.
school
The
in high
7-Eleven.
school, and
Come
I
for
had
the hot
no
dogs.
money.
Stay because you got botulism from
Dude,
the
they're
hot
chili
dogs.
cheese dogs. Oh my
I don't
god!
know.
As like a 15-year-old with like no money, and all I could afford was the 7-Eleven. It hit every
But
time.
they have like, you could do the hot dog. They have like deals on the dogs sometimes. It's
The
not
dogs that
bad.
they didn't sell one day, they put a deal on the next.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I know what our next tier list is. Gas station food.
Oh god,
God.
please no.
Wawa wins.
Really, there could be an argument there.
There could be an argument for it. Some of them have some good food, like Wawa,
Oh,
7-Eleven
yeah.
is
Wawa's
okay.
Great.
I haven't tried Wawa's pizza yet, and it's on my list.
I
My
haven't
brother
either,
said-
but I get like 5 fucking commercials for that every time I go to Spotify or something.
Eat the pizza, eat the pizza.
My brother said it's good, but I don't know. I'd have to try it.
Stuart Shops is decent? I have no idea what that is.
Stewart's the root beer, right?
I love Stewart's root beer. They're
That
crazy.
sounds like a place, though.
They have like pop-up shops too, I think, occasionally.
Interesting. I'm
Hi,
unfamiliar.
Alright, shall we get into it?
Yeah, shall we get into it?
Let us
No.
get-
Oh. Oh my.
Today, instead of D&D, we're just gonna stream Enshrouded.
For this
Yeah, it's-
recap,
Hold on, let me real quick, I'm just gonna...
do the recap. Yeah, for this week's recap, I'm going to drop a beat for Alvara to recap over. Okay, is everyone ready?
Well, hold on. Before you do that, let me just talk about the inspiration really quick.
I was testing the audio.
Oh, is the audio okay?
Can everybody talk again? Because I think,
Me.
Aurora sounded quiet.
I am speaking. Am I louder now?
Cinnamon
I moved
buns.
my microphone closer to my face.
Cinnamon
Yeah,
buns.
you're alright. Yeah, you're alright now.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
I just had
exist
it
without
further
my
away because I was
permission.
snacking.
Alrighty.
God, I hate the sound of my voice on audio.
Why?
Same.
I
I
think that's
hate
a
it,
universal
too.
experience.
It's pretty shared.
My lisp is like, or like my S problem is so noticeable every time I hear it. I just want to gouge out my eyeballs.
I think you all sound lovely.
I think you're lying.
I'm
But
not
thank you
lying.
anyway.
Anytime I
Thank
hear
you
my voice
anyway.
on
She's a lawyer, she's a
audio, I
lawyer.
consider taking up the role of a mute monk in a monastery.
Well, you know what? We'll get you shouting inspiration. So last session we actually gave everybody inspiration. Everybody got a point of inspiration. You
get
all have
inspiration,
points
and
of
you get
inspiration.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's fucking nice.
Everybody clap your hands.
Would have been nice to have during that fight, but you know what? We'll take what we can get.
Well, you have it now. And then community inspiration was voted on over in our Discord server like we do every week after session. And it was given to Humi.
Will occurs. Your dad lets you have 2 inspirations.
So give yourself another point there, Humi. Speaking of which, I gotta start thinking about how to do this whenever we start Strahd, because that means there's gonna be 2 community polls up every week.
We might have to just, yeah, I know we can talk after stream about the Discord.
Or maybe I make Strahd a particularly difficult campaign and just make it so that there's only group inspo, no community.
How
You're gonna
about we
take away
guys
the
do-
community?
That's true. Derek's the DM. He can do what he wants.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just trying to be a bastard.
What if
we'll
you
talk,
just
we'll talk about it.
God.
What if you just give
Give me
all
the
of us
separate
inspiration
panels.
after every session, and then we
No.
don't worry about it?
We'll
Oh,
make
wait,
it.
Has to
wait,
suffer.
I have a good idea. How about we all get inspiration, but the community votes on who gets their inspiration taken away.
What?
Well, actually, that'd be really
Negative
funny.
inspiration?
Like a vampire sucking the blood out of your throat.
That
The
sounds
community
terrible.
Takes the inspiration
I-
right out from under you.
What if we all got inspiration, but you can only use it once for the entire campaign?
Oh.
I would hold on to that like my life
What if we
depended
just
on
return
it,
to
because it would.
Inspiration's classic rules and the DM goes, wow, that was good acting by your character. Here's an inspiration. Or do we
Nah,
not do that?
that doesn't sound fun.
Okay.
That's pretty much what we do at the end of every session anyway.
If my character kills themselves, do I get a point of inspiration?
Oh,
Yes, but you can't use it because you're dead.
You have to do it in a really funny way. She backflips off of a monastery.
Do a flip.
Watch me stick this one! Breaks every bone in her body.
Like in Lethal when you jump too high and your fucking ankles snap.
Oh my god,
Hey,
yes.
Quentin!
Hello, Quimtum!
Quimtum!
how have you been?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Oh my god! Anyway, shall we get into the recap?
Yeah, let's do the recap.
What are you waiting for?
This is not a good beat. You gotta mix it up. Do a better one. Because it's not gonna rhyme or flow. It's just gonna be spoken word. So it's not gonna be good. Do better. You do better. One more. I'm gonna hit
Okay, hold on, let me think here for a second.
fucking high.
You know what? No, I'm all out of beats. I get 2 per hour.
Go back to the first one. All right. Everybody ready to hear the recap?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, I'm running out of breath.
All right. This one's called The Air of Irithic. That's the name of this little ditty, because that was the name of the spider. All right. So the party engaged in combat with the mighty air of everything, a gargantuan spider. The party were bitten and snared and chilled by the spectral spider. Party still persevered early in the fight, yeah, dealing a fierce amount of damage to this creature until its speech let out a massive fury of blows, felling paralyzed.
Die.
Are you fucking? I'm losing. Somebody else take over the beat. Massive fury of blows.
So much spit on
Felling,
my head.
paralyzing, and poisoning Audrin. Oh no! As the creature continued to rampage, bloodying the party, Mina and Numbers focused on keeping the party alive while Aurora slashed the creature for even more damage. This is not. It doesn't rhyme, so it doesn't work.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, just keep going normal.
Finally,
Zach.
we finish it off with dissonant whispers as a cacophony of distorted violin music silenced the creature for good. As the party collected themselves.
What?
Who did but alive Callaway, Hoovy, and Elvira inspected the spider with whom you noticed the pattern, but one did not match up to anything Arania preached about unity or togetherness.
Togetherness.
We thought that Arania was perhaps being puppeted. Together they examined the mandibles. Meanwhile, Galloway hugged Audrin, distressing his condition, and explained he was attempting to help the city and its people before he was slain. Just kidding, it's actually swiftly taken out by the spider, but I modified it there for the verse. You guys like that?
Please,
Rumbling
oh my God.
Rumbling itself and stopped, and it seemed the city was safe for
Oh,
now.
God.
But Audrin's breath was not, because I'm going into a second verse anyhow. Alright, so, Decay Within the Ice. Hope you like the campaign so far, it's been nice. Session 34, let's get a roll on. We're gonna roll for our lives.
Hope I don't get a
That was
hard
awesome.
on.
Hope you don't end up gone. Hope you don't end up gone.
Audrin is floating face down in a puddle of water right now.
Audrin fucking drowning in the fountain of the Palace of Devotion.
That was a lot of commitment, Derek. I don't know how you did that.
Derek, Zach,
I
you
really
guys are
tried.
fucking amazing with that. Thank you.
Yeah, we had nothing to prove, but we did it anyway.
I think I
Let's
would have
take,
passed out if I tried
I'll
to
take another
beatbox
point of
for that long.
inspiration, please.
No one asked, but we
Yeah,
insisted.
seriously. You know what? I can give you guys a point of inspiration. Hold on.
No, don't
Just-
do
I'm
that.
joking,
You
I'm joking.
can't just be
No,
giving
no. I have an inspiration. Hold on. There you go. There's my inspiration to you.
Very
Oh,
nice,
gosh.
very nice indeed.
Thankfully, I have one right next to me. Here's a little bit of ASMR for you guys. Cheers.
And because the DM is so keen on handing out potions, you can take a second one.
Oh, fuck. Alright, I have to actually go downstairs to get one then. 1 second.
Good lord, this is quite the intro.
That was awesome.
What can I say?
I had to
Hilarious.
mute my mic so I did not interrupt because I was laughing so hard.
It was good. I should have broken out my my little synthesizer and given him a back.
Next time, I'll try to write the recap in a rhyming verse as well.
Oh my god.
No. Write a loose skeleton, but it has to be largely just improv.
Well,
I can do that. I'm actually pretty decent at freestyle, honestly.
so the inverse of that, and the problem with that is that not a single soul retained a word of that recap. No one knows what the fuck is going on.
I
Heard
heard
everything.
Spider, Mandible,
Yes,
Mina and Numbers kept the party alive.
Right,
I know it-
right.
I
heard
repeated
that
the
I
word
did a lot of
togetherness.
damage. I was happy to hear that. I went, yes.
Oh yes.
And,
yes.
and that the spider was taken down with dissonant whispers.
See?
That's
That's all that
basically
matters.
you got the main parts across, and that's
We
really all.
literally,
And
we
if you
literally
want to read
ASMR'd
any
that
of this,
spider
you
to
can
death.
find it on our Discord, where we have session recaps, memes, chatting, artwork, a bunch of different stuff. Check out our Discord. We'd love to see you over there.
Oh, and
Ooh,
yes, we do beatboxing Fridays. That happens every Friday. And we do
Does
two
it?
Yeah, and we do
Except
beatboxing.
this Friday, next Friday, and every other Friday.
But
this
we
year.
did like 5 last Friday. So if you weren't there for that, you missed all of the beatboxing
next
Fridays for like a while. Yeah, you really missed out. That shit went hard. What are you gonna do? Win some, lose some. And I guess if you're you guys, you'll lose some. But you know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, let me down this drink.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
We have 3 people in here. I am one of them.
I am one of them.
So do.
Ugh.
What happened to our people?
Ugh.
Okay, I'm back. Cheers, everyone.
They probably heard us beatbox through the intro. We're like, oh my god, we're getting out of here.
Welcome back.
Ugh. Oh, welcome back. Got another job for you. Yo, every time, that makes me want to fucking play
Phasmo.
Phasmophobia.
I actually do. Yeah, we should stream that at some point.
Welcome
We
back.
should.
Got another job.
I really, really want to play Enshroud right now, not even lying.
Oh, excuse me.
There's
Give me a
time for enshrouded later, for now you are enshrouded within the webs of your own demise.
What if I multitask?
No!
Nope.
No!
There, drop a beat again for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Drop another beat.
What is this line? This infinite line?
The
Oh.
webs of our own demise. What a surprise!
Alright, let's play some D&D. That's what we came here for.
Yay.
We're almost half an hour in.
It's 23 minutes and we haven't even rolled a single die.
Someone has a fucking infinite ruler put onto the map. I don't even know how they did that.
I don't know.
I feel like it
Oh,
was
I thought
Andrew
it
somehow.
more. I
Yeah,
thought
that-
it more. I
it was
thought
me.
it was
It was
That's
fucking
how
Andy.
big.
No,
And she's
fuck.
got a 55
That's how big
tile.
we're gonna tell everyone the spider was. You should have seen it.
Yeah,
It's this big.
That's how
It
big
was
it was.
55 tiles long.
Anyway. Ooh, I can like tint it colors. That's fun.
Ooh.
What? That's so cool. I didn't know that.
If I convert it into an AoE marker, I can do that.
New feature unlocked.
Gotta love it.
Now, let me just... I just want to see what it looks like really quick. Oh, that's so cool!
Wait, when
Okay.
did we get whatchamacallit's tiny hut? Or tiny
Liam's
dome.
tiny hut.
Liam's tiny hut.
I wonder how far I can drag this.
Caleb
Tiny hut-
Widowguest tiny hut.
Yeah, the tiny hut's a
Look,
good
look,
spell,
that's
but
tiny
it's
hut.
not nearly as good as Morningkinen's pathetic hovel. Which-
Pathetic hovel?
the size of a bunk bed.
It's also not as good as Caleb Widogast's 9-sided tower. Or whatever the fuck he called it.
That was a pretty that was
Volo's
a cool
Guide
one.
to Butt Huts.
Go Volo! I don't want to speak about Volo unless I'm playing Baldur's Gate. I don't even want to speak about him then.
Anyway,
I like Volo. Anyway, this is not what we
He
did.
tried to perform a lobotomy on me.
Tasha's butt
She
check.
was trying to help.
Tasha's butt
I
cheek.
like Tasha's butt check.
Tasha's butt check is good.
Thank you, Drew.
What is
I
the
would go.
approximate size of this spell? Like, what? How big of a spot does it make?
What?
Tasha's
What?
butt check?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe like
Uh,
5 square feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can literally just walk in it, and like
You
you
can just
can't turn
stand in it.
around.
You have to roll a percentage die that dictates how big the butt shack is.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
true. So, with that, when we last left our heroes, you all had just defeated the heir of Irithic that had spawned within the Terrace of Devotion, and after recollecting yourselves, picking up Audrin, and picking up Galloway, what are you all doing?
Has
I
anyone
am going
heard
to.
from- Has anyone heard from Lady Thorn? Wouldn't she? Wouldn't she
Whom
be
picks
trying
up
to deal
the
with this?
sending stone.
Who are you gonna
Okay.
text Lady Thorn?
A you up?
You up? I'm going to use the sending stone, and I'm going to try hailing her for the second time. The first time, I didn't get a response. That was before this player.
Okay, what do you say? Bring, bring.
Hey, I think we just killed an heir of a god. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Are you okay? How's everyone in the house? Are all the
Boy.
children and whatnot safe?
All the children in the house? The one child? Okay. So, it takes a few moments. And you feel the sending stone in your hand, and after a minute you'd feel it kind of buzz, that familiar arcane feeling that you do whenever she gives you a response, that like pager feel. But after a few moments you do get a quick response. I'm sorry. So much was happening all at once. Manor's safe. Everyone here's safe. What's happening in the city? You said a god?
Giant spider. I think it was avatar of a god. Zombies and things were summoned. We dealt with it, but and I'm asking this out of character. There was other things happening in other places of the city, correct?
There was indeed.
Well, we
The
better go
city
find
is
those
in
places.
chaos. Well, not chaos, but
Well, is it
I don't-
chaos
There-
or not? This is kind of a life or death situation here.
We should go check.
we're going to investigate.
We should go check.
Does this have anything to do with that investigating y'all were doing? Did someone put the fucking infinite ruler back? I swear to God, I deleted it.
I put it back. I wanted to see how far
Damn it,
it would
Andy.
go. I got to like 250 tiles before I got bored.
God. Does this have anything to do with that research you were investigating?
Yes. We saw Orania, and she started spouting her nonsense, but she dimension door. Was it dimension door or
It was
teleport? I forget
Dimension
now.
Door.
She dimension doored out of there.
Something's not adding up.
From
don't-
what she was saying and what is happening, I don't think she's in charge. I think she's being puppeteered.
This isn't anything like the Urania that I once knew. So if what you're saying is true, then something is definitely amiss. But please. I can't leave. So please. Check the city and get back to me.
Will do. Stay safe. Okay, guys. We gotta save the city.
Can we at least take a short rest first?
Looking at everyone who's bleeding. Yeah.
If this is truly a life or death situation, I don't know if we necessarily have time for that.
Doing alright.
Audrin's still spitting his own blood on the ground and is gonna kind of lean up against the fountain. He's gonna be like, "Lass is right. I'll manage." And he's gonna clap Galloway on the back and say, "You're looking fit as a fiddle, ain't you?"
Galloway looks rough. I'll add. Like, he was healed up a little bit, but still, like, through the poisoning and the paralysis and just the overall encounter he had, he's pretty scraped up. He's got a little bit of blood trailing from, like, the side of his mouth where he fell and busted his lip on the marble. His head's all bruised and scratched.
How far away are we from, like, an apothecary where, like, I could potentially purchase some potions for my friends to help them?
Assuming that it is still standing,
Yeah,
I would say,
know.
like, 10 minutes, because the closest one you can think of is most likely your aunt.
Oh my god. I feel like it would be a bad place to try and stop there first, though, because... Oh, shit. I mean, we could try and make our way there, because I know she has healing potions, and I know she has stuff that could potentially aid us in the fight, you know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna keep fighting...
Galloway's gonna speak up, and he's gonna say...
I'm not
And at this point, I'd like to remind everyone that you
My
have noticed that
accent.
the quaking on the earth, like on the earth beneath you, has ceased.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Um,
say, if I can jump in real quick
yeah.
out of character. That stopped, and also when we were running through the city, it seemed like people were mostly recovering or fleeing from certain sites. They weren't like, it didn't seem like there was active fighting. Is that correct, DM?
That's mostly correct. Like, I'll say as you guys were rushing through, you did see areas where it looked like some active fighting had taken place, but what had been done had already been done.
Maybe instead of actively participating, we can just try to investigate and maybe help people with recovering and making sure people are safe rather than doing any more fighting. Because it doesn't seem like we're at our full strength right now. Mina says, looking around to everyone. Especially
that
Audrey.
doesn't
Yeah.
sound like- that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Numbers is gonna walk up. And he's gonna say, well, I think we have some new interesting leads. Perhaps we should, investigate the rest of the city.
That was pretty good.
And then Galloway's gonna speak up and he's gonna go, I'm so sorry you all got dragged into this. I really, I want to do what I can to help, so can I tag along with you all?
It's not up for me to decide, I feel, because I don't know him well enough. I'd be
You're
fine.
always welcome amongst us, lad. You should know that by now.
I'm going to need a little bit of help with this, but Fumi is going to change into a guard.
Okay,
I have limited capabilities here,
there you go.
and we're going to turn into Galloway and say, well, they recognize your face and your uniform. We could use that to help make sure people are okay.
Yeah, of course. Anything I can do to help or anything you need, I'm ready.
I'd say the best course of action for now is to check around the city, investigate, see if anybody needs any help. I'm not much of a healer myself, but I could try my best to lead people to safety if there's anything still going on. But we do need to rest at some point, and I highly suggest we invest in purchasing some healing potions in the future to help us out in times like this. It's hard to rely strictly on one or two people to heal us all the time. It's good to have backup, just in case.
We should also find some diamonds. In case something happens, I don't want to put it out there, but I could use a lot of diamonds, I'll just say.
Right, just stumble upon some diamonds. I've been working on that for some time.
Now, is it diamonds or diamond dust? It's diamonds, right?
For Revivify? I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's what you're alluding to. Yeah, it's a 300 gold worth of diamond.
Diamond, okay.
It doesn't need to be all one diamond, mind you.
No,
Just
but
needs to be
I
just
have
300 gold.
about 4 spells that require diamonds or diamond dust or other materials.
Okay.
You're worse
Damn.
than Gale.
I know, you're worse.
I'm expensive.
We can find that all at my auntie's shop! But, that's later.
Well, I do reckon we can find that all at my auntie shop.
Yes, ma'am!
Come back now, you're here!
So, do you all make your way back into Balriden?
Yes.
Proper?
Indeed.
Alright,
Proper.
Aye, that.
let us change maps to Balriden.
Yes!
Balriden, okay.
Yahoo! Yeah, I made folders! Imagine that. Oh, hold up, this is... something ain't right here.
Something's afoot.
I like this area of Balriden. It's very fall. Feels like autumn.
I know, it's pretty.
Whoa, look at all this fish! Aldred, steal it for camp supplies!
Where are you guys?
Yeah, where the hell are you guys?
I'm not even spawned into Balriden.
Oh, I just clicked Balriden and it spawned me in like the corner of this random corner of the city. There's a
By
fish
this
market.
I'm by
I'm
this
not-
random fountain out
I
in the
don't think
middle of
he's-
the world.
I don't think you spawned in my character, DM.
I haven't done anyone's yet.
Oh, I see
Yeah, I
like
see
all
it.
the names of everyone on the side.
Yeah,
like
I'm right here.
Mariah.
Oh yeah, that's just like the players that have shown up.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
there's
double
me.
click on your character and you'll find it.
Oh, they're still over by the fountain.
I'm just putting
Back
them
to
down
where the
now.
last trouble
I enter
arose.
username Mariah.
Mariah.
Oh, Mariah.
It's cool.
So as you all
Except-
begin to make your way out of the Terrace of Devotion and back into Balriden proper from which you came, you'll notice as you walk out, you don't necessarily hear the sounds of panic or clashing like you once had, and as you reapproach the streets, buildings that had begun to crumble and fall into little bits of dust have all but they've ceased. They are standing completely still. And while there is a little tiny bit of rubble strewn throughout the streets, none of the buildings seem to be collapsed or in any like term of irreversible repair. And as you're walking through, there are still plenty of guards, and they're the Last Light Vanguard and the First Light Observers rushing around, ensuring the safety of the city. However, there are a few covered corpses as you tend to leave. but very few. And you do see some corpses that have seemed to have formed and decayed into these undead beings that line the streets a tiny bit.
Anybody that I would recognize, or
No, these are just faces, none that you've recognized from living here.
probably hard to tell if they're.
It's hard to tell in a city this big, especially.
Mhm.
But the dead that you do see that have fallen this day are very few. And you see a few other location sites as you begin to make your way back through where it seems like runes on the ground had begun to start, but had been taken out by the force of guard around them, though with a little bit of loss. And it seems like this day, though in one spot it succeeded, you all have managed to save the city.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna hop back on the stone.
You're gonna hop on the what?
Who?
I'm gonna hop on the stone.
On the stone.
Oh,
The sending stone.
Oh!
I'm going to give a status report update to Lady Thorn.
Okay.
Basically telling her that there seems to be some losses, but it doesn't look that bad. I think we were able to save most of the people. There are some casualties.
After
Somewhere
a few moments...
changed.
After a few moments, she responds to you and says, "Well, certainly that's some good news, though this whole situation is quite troubling. I don't think we could handle another attack like this or anything of a greater degree. If you all weren't here, I'm not even sure what would have happened in the first place.
Big spider kills city people.
I, at the very least, give you my sincerest thanks. From the families here of Balriden. But whatever it is you all are looking into and what you need to do, I don't know how much more time you have to do it. If it's gonna be progressing this bad. So I have to urge you all, find a way to stop this, please."
Okay, we can do that. I'm going to look to the party and kind of give everybody a thumbs up as I'm talking on the shell phone.
Now keep in mind, not for free. I will be personally funding this endeavor for you. We don't necessarily have the time to go through the political bullshit of arguing with the other families. So this will just be under the table for me, alright?
Sounds perfect.
So
And I'm going to give you guys another thumbs up.
Oh.
Whatever it is you need to do here, try to wrap up what you can, and I have to urge y'all to head out.
Okay, will do. I'll eat tonight for that meeting.
Alright.
So presumably the next step is going to be to find these other adventurers and their objects, and it sounds like we were going to take a ride with Audrin's compatriot.
If they'll have us.
Maris. Yeah.
Does Humi communicate all of what was said to the party?
Yes, through a series of like thumbs up and big smiles. You guys kind of get that things are going well with the talk, and then I say, so good news. Well, we did it. We're gonna get some funding. It's kind of under the table. And we also have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible.
When I'm guessing we're not leaving right now, though, right?
No, there's a few loose ends, I think, to tie up still. We should definitely get some supplies. Yeah. Maybe go back to Thorns or.
We also have some books to return to the library. I believe I can handle that. And I'll gesture for the other book, because I have the red book on me, but there was another book we borrowed.
Oh, yes. Of course. Here you are. And I give you one book.
I take the one book, which makes my book total 2.
Which book was that? Was that the log you guys took?
Chronicles of that one, I think,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
That's
under
the log.
That was under numbers too, so we can't fuck over numbers. We gotta return.
No,
those
yeah, I'm
books.
gonna bring them back. I'm working to bring them back.
Okay. So we
And
have.
Alvara will kind of scuttle off after she has the 2 books.
Numbers will
Mina?
say after
Can-
you.
can
Alvara,
we
I
pick a place
appreciate
for
you
me?
returning those books for me. Thank you for making sure we leave with no penalties.
Can we
She just
pick a
nods.
place to
but,
reconvene, or is she already go?
It's
She'll-
all good. I
she'll
could
find
always
us.
just send a quick message.
All right.
Um, I was actually gonna break off myself. I want to see if any people need help, if I can heal or provide medical assistance to anyone.
I think it's
I
need
unwise for us to
supplies.
be pardoned more than we need to be. There could still be enemies about. I mean, came quickly after all.
I tend to
There-
agree.
There
I
are
think we
people that hurt. You can't just leave them.
It's a big city with a lot of guards in it. Plenty of people to look after each other, and we've got a job to do.
Galloway
Why
looks
don't-
over to you, Mina, and says, with a small smile, he says, "Don't worry, Mina. Everyone here's in good hands. I have faith in it."
We
Mina's
do
gonna
need
look around
supplies.
to the dead bodies and whatnot. Be like, you guys are just gonna run and get supplies. I'll just hang out in the area and see what I can do to help. And then after you guys are done, why don't you meet me back here?
Are you sure? I don't know how I feel about leaving you by yourself in such a big city. It's especially with how dangerous it's been.
Guards around. I'm sure I'll be fine. Plus, I still have some tricks up my sleeve. I am a fairy after all. Mina's gonna say with a little giggle.
Aurora reluctantly nods, knowing obviously she can't control what Mina's gonna do, but she feels a little uneasy about it.
Well, Audrey is
Who
gonna
knows
nod
this won't?
and say, "So be it. We'll save a matchbox for your coffin."
Should we stop at Thorn Manor since she's claimed to have some funds for us? I feel like that would be important before we did any, shopping for our adventure or endeavor.
That does sound good, but before that, Humi is going to bestow upon Mina guiding whispers. You hear some spirits whispering into your skull, and you have guidance. Good luck. It doesn't last long, but good luck.
You
Thank
have
you,
been
Number.
guided.
Umi.
Oh yeah, someone remind me I need to talk to Alvara when she gets back later on. I have a question for her.
Also, can anyone remind me who has the dagger?
Dagger. Wait, what dagger? I have a
that
dagger.
was in group loot.
The Athame.
Who has the bag of holding?
Was it put in the
body
bag of
stuff?
holding?
I believe
Probably in
so.
there, right?
Or did
guessing
I remember
so.
Numbers
I
is the one that
I
picked
have
it
a
up,
little
but did he ever
black
say that he put it in
I
there?
was just I don't know if Numbers did actually put it in there.
Let's say he
I
has it
still
for
have
now.
it, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
he either has it or it's in the bag of holding. Regardless,
one
I
of the-
guess it's on the
the two.
party at least, or with the party.
Someone has it.
Yeah. I thought he picked it up as well.
No,
did
he
pick
picked it up. I
personally.
don't remember. I think it was in his personal loops. I don't remember him saying he put it in the bag of holding, but I'm
yeah,
not
I can't
sure.
remember.
We can ask him. I'm sure he'd probably produce it.
Yeah, I'll just I'll send him a message right now.
In the meantime,
In the meantime.
should we make our way, I guess, then to Thorn Manor?
Yeah, so it seems like we're splitting the party a little bit. So let me ask, what is everyone's goal for right now?
I have a
You're going to the library, right?
yeah, and I have one more thing I want to do after that in town.
Okay. Everyone else?
Just
I'm. Sorry, go ahead.
Just to make it to Lady Thorn, see what the situation is, and get whatever resources she has. Quickly make it out and make our way.
Yeah,
Yep.
I definitely want to stop at Lady Thorn's. I also just want to stop in with my aunt to let her know that I'll be leaving, and just to see if she has anything she could help us with. Potential discounts for her favorite niece on stuff that could help us.
Okay. And then Humi, I know you have a meeting with Lady Thorn you wanted to go to.
Yes. Also, I'm going to just kind of keep an ear open for anything about Dame Cromwell. Because,
Are you gonna
I
go
think
around disguised as a guard still?
Yes.
Okay. So, it seems like the party is going, and then Mina is staying to heal around.
Yeah, Mia's gonna stay around this area because it looks like it was one of the ones harder hit, right?
Yeah, like the main areas of town, like the big hub, like, you know, like there's 4 districts of
Yeah.
Balriden, but the two that seem to be hit the hardest from what you can tell are the Waterside district and the Marketplace ward.
I guess I'll go to the marketplace ward then.
Is that where we are right now?
No, you guys are near the Waterside district.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because we were at the terrace of devotion.
Yeah, you guys were at the terrace. Okay, so we'll split off into 3 groups to get these 3 little segments done before you guys officially leave Balriden. So who should we start with first?
I'm easy, I don't mind.
I think Thorn should probably go last, given how that's a bigger summary of the arc, and the other stuff's more side quest, and it involves more people at Thorn, so it'll probably take longer. But that's just me. As
No,
far
that's
as
true.
Mina and
Yeah,
myself,
that makes sense.
Well, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
I'm really just healing, not even doing much of anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Mina, are you gonna be looking for anything in particular?
I
While you're
am
around, or?
I am just looking for people who are injured and are in need of assistance to not be as injured.
Well, that's easy enough to find in a situation like this.
Indeed.
Okay, so you will be spending your time assisting the locals and trying to help everyone get back on their feet. In that case, we can jump to Alvara if you want. Do the library.
Sure.
Let's see, did I have a map for that? I don't remember. I don't think I did.
I think we might have, but it's not a huge deal.
The library, I
If
thought we
mind
just did Theater of Mind. I don't remember.
Yeah, I
there
think we
being-
did Theater of Mind for the library.
We just picked a spot in the city and pretended.
We played pretend.
Yeah,
in the
we did
city.
good job.
We'll say I'm pretty sure this is where we did it last time. So let's do. Okay, Alvara, we're gonna jump to you. What would you like to do with your time?
Alright, so on the steps of the library, Alvara's gonna sit down and just take one last final glance at that red book on her possession and see if she can make anything out on it.
Ew, thank you so much for the community sub.
Hey,
I was
thank you.
looking and I was like, I haven't done that in a
Oh,
while.
wait a minute.
I'm gonna
It's
do it.
you.
Thank
It's
you.
just you.
Well, I liked it. It's
Okay.
nice. I
No,
want
it is
to-
good. It is very good of you.
It's good for the community.
I like to help the people.
Okay, so you're taking a look at that book that you had picked up previously?
Yeah, the red one.
Give me 1 second. Or I've made the DM mistake of, like, instead of keeping everything condensed into 1 document, I've now split it between 3 documents. It's occasionally 4 documents, and now I'm a little lost sometimes.
That'll happen to the best of us.
It sounded like a good idea at the time. Okay, so you're taking a peek at the book Whispers Beyond Dawn's Red Light. Okay, roll an Arcana check.
Wait, he already whispers this time.
We'll see. Give yourself an Arcana check. Well, actually 2 things. Roll Arcana and then roll a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. I'm gonna use my inspo on the Arcana check because it's probably the last
Okay.
time I'll be able to do that. That's a 23.
Ooh.
Ew.
Good use of inspo, and then a Wisdom saving throw. 6.
Okay.
Love it. The icy cold streak of rolls continues. So. I don't think I've rolled above a 10 in like 5 of my last 6 rolls.
You know, I've noticed that. That happened every time you rolled a fucking Eldritch Blast, too, the last session.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was.
You rolled an 18 though.
Yeah, the inspo
That's something.
timed at least.
That 18's gotta last you the winter.
Alright, give me 1 moment, please.
I'm decaying within the ice right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me... Okay, perfect. So, this book has been giving you a little bit of trouble ever since you took it. There's just something on the tip of your tongue about it that you haven't quite been able to pin down. So before you return it, as you're walking through Balriden, it's not the same scene that you're used to walking through this city instead of just the typical hubbub comings and goings that you've been used to, stepping around the folk as the busy streets pass. This time, everything is a combination of eerily silent and absent, but also just a sense of dread amongst everyone that you do come across. The guards in the street, the people that have either begun to sit along the sides or starting to make their ways back in, some still trying to leave. There's a sense of dread and urgency within the city today, and it's a bit unsettling as you begin to flip through this book, trying to focus in.
Just to add a little character flair to that, I think Avara too is a little unnerved by this, but it's not entirely foreign as a concept to her to see a city sort of in panic in a way. So while she will, definitely feel some unease, she's not totally frazzled by this.
It's a scene that you have unfortunately become slightly adjusted to.
Yeah.
And as you flip through this book, finally the pages start coming together. Though this isn't in a language you've been able to comprehend until now, you're realizing the more and more you read it, that this isn't exactly a language at all. This is a code. Oh, hydrate Sippy posture check, thank you.
Ooh, good thing, because I'm slouched as hell.
I realized I was shrimping a little bit.
I'm always shrimping.
And as you flip through this, you're beginning to put together the pieces of the code. You're connecting the dots with almost like the red string in the corkboard. Putting everything together, and the pages start to make sense as you realize that in the center it begins to form into one big sigil. And as you stare and try to connect these pieces as to what it all means, you see that the pages begin to alight with this faint greenish glow. I need you to roll a d4 for me.
4.
A 4?
Yep.
Okay. And with that faint greenish glow of this sigil that is formed in between the pages, it almost seems to lift out from the pages, the ink floating just above. As it then rushes to you, it whirls around your face and almost seeps into your eyes. Your eyes themselves glowing for just a brief moment before it all fades away. You can add to your spell book the cantrip Toll the Dead.
I have that already.
You have that already? We'll roll a d4 again.
Okay.
That was the 4.
2.
Okay. You get the cantrip Sapping Sting.
Alright, cool.
And because of your wisdom saving throw, what's your HP at?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because if it was 1, that would have been really bad.
Yeah.
You lose 10 HP as well.
Okay. Do I feel anything from that, or do I just feel like
You
weakened?
do. You feel as it's interesting, as you gain this knowledge, you feel yourself with this new insight. However, it came at a cost in your whole body. Though it was cold and aching from the battle previously, now it just sags and hurts. Your muscles throb. You feel almost their essence being tugged from themselves. And as you look back down to those pages before you, you see that the ink has vanished from in the center.
She'll audibly say out loud what she's thinking, which is just fascinating. Avara lives for this stuff, so she's very intrigued and frankly wishes she could study the book in more detail, but understands the obligation she has to the rest of the party and numbers in particular. So she'll do like an about face and return these 2 books to the library without issue, hopefully.
Okay. And as you do so, it's easy enough to do. You go up to that same front desk that you had gone to before, and this is an odd time to be entering a library, of all places. There's almost nobody here. You see one person quickly, picking up shelves. As you notice as you, peek around through the back, some of the bookshelves from the quaking before had fallen over, and books are scattered amongst the ground. However, there's no serious damage on the inside. People seem to be just tending to the repair of the place. There's no one at the front desk, so what you can do is you can just leave them there and hope that they get returned to their rightful spot.
I'm just gonna leave them there and then say out loud, I'm returning these books for reasons rather obvious. We are leaving the city, so, thank you. And she's just gonna leave them and walk away.
Alright, and as you do that, they don't even pay mind to you or your insurance. But you know in your heart that they'll probably take notice and just mark it down.
Hopefully. Okay.
You
and
have
then
some confidence in the education system that they'll take care of it.
What the fuck else are they doing in a library anyway right now? All right, great. So she's gonna like, step out into the crisp wintry air, and she's gonna do one more thing before she reconvenes with the rest of the group, and it's going to be to talk to those parents who were seeking information about their children who passed away to the hag, or who had gone missing.
Oh,
rather.
from the corkboard?
Yeah.
I forget who had the flyer. Someone grabbed the flyer off of the board.
I
Yeah,
think
somebody
it was numbers,
grabbed
but
it, but
everyone saw it. Like,
everyone
we all looked
looked
at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm like dying.
If I
So
need to, I'll look around for another one and try to see if I can
no,
find
if you all looked at it, I'll say you recall that from the flyer. This was, while it was written about the missing children, the place to turn in information in regards to this was at one of the guard stations towards like one of the city gates
She'll
for the
head there.
Vanguard.
She'll head there.
Okay. Where can I put you now? You walk over and there's a Yoshi.
Yoshi?
There's just a
Oh my
Yoshi.
god. Can I take the egg that the Yoshi has? Does it have an egg?
Roll persuasion.
What color is the Yoshi?
Okay. So I moved your character. So as you approach, you'll notice that the Vanguard, especially in this area, is running supplies in and out. They are taking assessment of the gates. People are... And as you look out of the gates, as you get closer, you'll see that there are just hundreds of people outside the city that have not exactly, like, left, like, you know, enough to really matter. Like, they're all just gathered outside the city, like, waiting to see what'll happen or, like, when they're able to re-enter. But they're all just kind of crowding there waiting. And you'll see that the guards, while some people are being let back through, it's a little too soon for people to like have a full handle on the situation, so most are not being allowed re-entry at this time. But you do see a guard that is just tending to the supply bags being taken to and from that you can approach.
You will.
Okay.
I'll say, perhaps it's not the best time, but I do have some information regarding one of the postings about town.
He has a heavy breath as he lifts his head up and looks at you. This is not a Vanguard that you recognize, but he stands up, the silver, like, iron plate shifting on him. As he has a heavy satchel in his hand, he sets it at his side with a heavy thud, and he goes, you really think now of all times is the best time to address another threat? What is it you need?
So much a threat, so much as a vanquished one. And I'm just gonna explain the situation in the story and, you know, offer my condolences regarding the situation.
His eyes kind of go wide as you're talking to him about all of this, and it's like quickly enough he realizes the posting that you're inquiring about, the one with the missing children, and he nods and he goes, I understand what you're saying, but that's a bit ways outside of the city. Are you certain? Do you have anything that you can show me as any proof or anything we can go off of?
I'm not entirely sure it was that exact threat, but we did find bodies that matched it, and I just want to clarify that I'm not seeking any sort of reward for this or anything like that. I merely want the families to have that knowledge and to be at peace with it, despite the hardship it may initially provide them.
I understand. And he nods a little and he goes, my nephew was actually one that happened to go missing, so while part of me really hopes what you say is not true, Rest assured, I will absolutely be looking into this. Thank you.
He's gonna extend her right arm if he allows her, and put it on his right shoulder or left shoulder, and just say, I am truly and terribly sorry for that loss.
He looks to you solemnly, and you can tell that there's a lot happening right now. He's in fight or flight mode just with the state of the city. But he is hearing everything you're saying, and he nods slowly. And while he's got a very stoic look on his face at the moment as he is just focused on duty, like you can still see the impact that it has within him.
Yeah.
He nods.
And I think I should just also express that, it's a little out of character for Elvira, but the feelings themselves, it's not any sort of mask or like she's acting out the right thing. You would be able to tell, or anyone observing could tell, or I guess just speaking for the character herself, these feelings are genuine, and there is sort of a mournful and sorrowful pit within her. Having to break this news, but at the end of the day, she does find that this type of closure for this type of incident, something she's not entirely familiar with, is hopefully the right thing, and she stands by that. So
he nods, and before you leave, he reaches into the side pouch that he had been lugging around, and he unbuckles the top flap, and as he digs through it, he pulls out a small, rough little pouch, and he hands it to you, and he goes, "Rest assured, I will be looking into this, so truly, thank you for this information."
and I feel if this is money,
It's money.
I'm gonna hand it back.
He looks
You're
to you
welcome.
with a little confused look.
I didn't do it for the money.
Right. Well, thank you.
She'll walk back towards the ferry, I guess.
Okay.
Probably toward the fountain first to see if she can head off the group there, or if not, she's just gonna head back to Thorns, presumably a lot later than them.
Okay. Mina, are you still, I would say, like, after, I don't know, maybe like an hour or two of time, are you still hanging out there, or?
I would stay for a while, but granted the fact that Mina was significantly injured in that fight, obviously she can't just keep going around healing people all day long. So I think like after 2 hours, she would probably make her way over to Thorn Manor or something.
Okay.
To see if she can meet up with them. Do I need to
I'll
make any kind of medicine check to help people?
Yeah, I'll say most enough. It's pretty obvious the care that they need, but go ahead and roll a medicine check. Well, this will determine how many people you're able to help.
It's not good.
Don't forget about that guidance.
I'll say you can use the guidance for it. It's fine.
I'm gonna use my point of inspiration actually for this.
Okay. And the guidance?
Okay. I like that number.
Okay, so in total 25. Mina, you are able within those few hours to help. We'll double it to 50 people.
Hell yeah.
So quite a number. The rest of you lot. You're heading to Thorn Manor?
Taking a boat.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I will
Taking the
say,
boat.
let's travel over to Thorn Manor, and once we get there and I set your tokens down, how about we just take a 10-minute break?
Okay.
Sure.
We didn't even
Sounds
take a break
good.
last session.
I know we
I know.
did. We gotta take 2 breaks this session. That's the rule.
No,
I'm kidding.
The rules
We
are
should-
the rules.
we never take a break again.
Oh, that's sad.
Just start wearing diapers so we don't take
Oh
baths.
god.
Oh my god.
Everyone gets one bucket.
Are you committed or what?
Where the fuck is your head at?
Well, I was thinking for me, break means I just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I actually do have to use the bathroom. So.
Alright, gang, Numbers
Okay.
isn't here to help me out with this, but snack break, pee break, smoke break, whatever it is you gotta do, now's the time to do it. 10-minute break. Aw, Derek caught the Serena. I wanted the Serena. I I wanted it.
You're too late.
I was too late. I was too late. How's everybody's day? It's been alright. I passed my certification last week.
Yahoo!
So I've been in very good spirits. How's everyone else doing?
I'm doing well. Day's been treating me alright. It was pretty busy. Did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You gotta wake up early tomorrow. Fun. Such is the way.
You have a sinus infection? No!
No!
I'm so sorry,
How
Gruta.
did that happen?
We must help him. Help.
I will make Gruta some tea this very moment.
Your nose rebels against you every so often. I fucking feel that. I still can't stop coughing after all this time. The cold weather really fucked that up.
Yeah, it's been a rough season of that, honestly. And everyone's getting fucking COVID, too.
It's been surging. As someone who works in the medical field, it has been surging a lot lately. Hell, I had it. And what? That was November or December? Something like that. Yeah, the shift from the cold to hot and back and forth is so fucking abysmal for the nose and the throat. Ugh.
God, I cannot wait for spring.
When does spring start? I don't even remember.
Technically, spring, I don't think starts until, You know what? Let me actually look that up properly.
I feel like I used to know that.
March 19th.
Oh, March?
March 19th, through June 20th.
Interesting. Spring
Not
lasts
sure.
until June. That's crazy. I sure don't feel like it.
I've about had enough of fucking... You know what's worse than, like, any sort of, like, blizzard in the world? It's just fucking rain in the middle of winter. I hate winter rain. It's my least favorite weather.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's cold and wet and sad.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, did you send me a bleeding heart pigeon?
Isn't he beautiful?
Wonderful.
I love bleeding heart.
But also read the
pigeons.
caption.
I saw.
Are those silly fucking bleeding heart pigeon tweets going around? I've seen
Hey.
like 3 of them.
I sent it to you too, right?
Let me see.
Fall is my favorite season.
No,
It
you
is my
sent me.
absolute
I
favorite.
look like this, by the way. This tweet sucks, dude. I hate you so fucking much.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Oh, this one. Where did my basketball shape? Yeah, I saw this one. It's so cute.
He's
They're one of my
really
favorite
cute.
kinds of birds, honestly, just because
They're
I
so
love the
pretty.
little wed.
I want to kiss that little...
Pigeons are also just the cutest things ever.
Let's see Gruta's musical recommendation for the day.
Ooh, let me see. Oh,
Oh,
Umi.
I remember Nightwish. Oh my goodness, it's been some time since I've listened to Nightwish.
Humi's dead. Oh, my neck.
I think we'll never see Humi again.
Humi fucking died. Oh. Oh, I swear to God, my body's disintegrating. Audrey, get your butt over in this map.
I suppose you want me to get onto the island map. Well, let me tell you
I do want you to get onto the island map.
I guess I'll do it, but... There we go.
I should do a playthrough where I turn into a mind flayer.
Uh-oh,
Or, like,
potion?
Where I just say
Oh,
shit.
God! Gruta, wait a minute, think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing.
I know someone who hasn't had enough potion.
Yeah, we're talking about,
Just to commemorate?
Give it to the fairy.
No. Drum
Oh,
roll.
God. Allow me. I can't keep this up forever.
What the hell are you doing?
I was drum rolling.
Oh, you were drum rolling. Mina!
Yeah, thank God. Thank
Well,
you.
when Andy gets back, he's gonna have a surprise.
Oh, thank God for it.
Guys, I'm so excited to play Strahd on Thursday.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
I'm excited to see Derek in action as a dungeon master.
Derek is a very good DM. I'm very excited.
I really appreciate you saying that, but don't talk me up because I could mess this up still.
I don't think you're going to. There's no way. You're too good.
I hope not. I'll try hard.
And also, I'm very excited to be a player, and not the DM.
Well, there's that too.
I'm
You still need
excited
to play
to play
Strahd?
a hippie druid. Oh, I have to send you my shit, Derek. I had it. I have it typed.
I have to finish fucking Andy's character.
The summary is that I am a whimsical little hippie druid who's not very bright because her intelligence is low.
That's okay. You don't need to think when you can be a cat.
But she's so wise.
She's so wise, and
Like
her
a
wisdom
wise
says
old, like a wise old hippie.
her wisdom generally tells her that the right solution to most problems is to become cat and find a sunspot.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty much.
I mean,
that's
that's
pretty
the solution
true.
to most problems in life. If I could do that, I would.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never
You
look back.
bet your fucking ass I would.
Oh,
Got some new furniture this past week in terms of new things happening.
heyo, furniture. What'd you get?
Got an armchair and a like a record table.
Ooh,
Okay.
love
I
a
have
good
a
record
new-
table.
I have a new record player coming in that I ordered.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, so that'll be nice little upgrade.
Did you get any more living room furniture?
Yeah, that's what the chair's for.
The chair, okay. That's what I figured.
I had to
but-
replace everything.
I know.
Well, it's good though because I'm doing it in like a style that I want. Like it's kind of fun,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely like taking time to get everything obviously.
Oh, it's a process for sure.
Yeah,
Expensive.
I'm almost there. I'm starting to get there. I think I'm a couple pieces away, and then
Very
art.
nice.
I will be right back. I'm just going to use the bathroom. There's Humi.
No. Hi, Humi.
Well, gone back.
I'll be right back.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no! Okay, bye.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
About what? You were on your break.
And apologize to Gruta who said
My Wi-Fi did the thing.
Oh, I wasn't aware. I hope we get lots of money. Or at least some interesting things, maybe, that could aid our adventure. I wonder what Lady Thorn will give to us.
Whatever it is, let me talk to her for a bit. I might be able to persuade her to giving us more funding.
Yeah, persuade her to give us whatever she says, persuade her to double it. Unless it's like an ungodly amount of money. Then just say, yes! Yes! Thank you so much!
What is an ungodly amount of money?
To
We
us,
each have 1,000 gold.
I do not, because I spent, on the, the Vicious Spear.
Right.
I have a
Wait,
little
when
under
did we get
800
1,000
right
gold?
now.
When
Oh,
did we
Wait,
all
did
get
we
a
ever
thou-
divvy up that gold?
I don't think we divvied it up ever.
No, because this is
We
gold
did.
that I already had, like, coming into the campaign.
Yeah,
from
I
No,
never.
we
from
divvied it up.
fighting and from doing like the shop. Yeah, we said that we were all gonna divvy it up just 1,000 even per
1,000
person.
even? Okay, I never
Yep.
added that. I'm at only
Yeah.
at
All right. Let
222.
me
Okay.
add that.
Now I have 1,222.
So I have.
Yes, yes.
I
Do
have
not
Pretty
forget
big
that.
jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was looking to potentially buy another. I don't know, find like something else, like maybe another enchanted weapon that I could fight with.
Oh, enchanted weaponry. Are you a fan?
I am,
And
yes.
3 of their albums.
Um.
I'm kidding.
Vicious
Oh,
spear,
God.
2d6 piercing.
2d6 piercing.
DM, we forgot, and we just remembered that we had said we were gonna divvy up evenly 1,000 gold per person, so we just did that.
From our
Okay.
flute.
Yeah, go
No.
for it.
But we gotta remind. I don't know if Numbers knows that, but we can message.
We
him.
can just tell him.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. I was like, why do I feel like I should have more than like, a little under 800? That's like what I started with.
Level 8? Hell fucking no, they're not.
We're still level.
We're not level 18 yet.
No.
But that was such a tough fight.
Shall we get back into it?
We aren't even 7.
Nope.
I thought we were 7. I could
Nope.
have sworn we were 7. Oh,
Shall we
man.
head to the manor?
Yes. So,
Let us
Remember
pass
to
the
mind
time.
your manners.
the group that was heading to Thorn Manor, what are you doing?
Waiting for the guards to tell us it's okay.
That's exactly right.
They do
Wait,
indeed
tell
let
me
you
the-
through.
Hello,
Oh,
guard.
Mina, right!
That's
Gruda
everything
redeemed a
fine.
potion for you.
Oh,
Mina?
No.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, King.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Hold on, let me move
One.
Galloway and numbers. There we go.
Don't
That was a
worry.
very crisp pop.
Catch up. I know my movement speed is fast.
So, you all approach Thorn Manor using the same ferry as before, though it takes a little longer, given that the guard are a bit scattered about. You still arrive at Thorn Manor. Do you enter?
Oh, do we ever?
yes.
Oh, yes.
We
But of
kick that
course.
door down, we put our hands in the air, and we say, "We are the fucking spider killers!"
I thought you
Who
were
is
the
just
double
going to
downs.
say,
No, we don't actually.
The party.
Umi, disguised
We are
as a
now
guard,
the
is going to
spider
say the double downs are
Change
here
your
to
mind.
meet Lady Thorn.
The guard kind of corks a brow at you, but he says, right, the double downs, you said?
Yes, the new adventuring company that has been tasked, I guess. I don't really know all the details, but apparently there's some hot shots around town.
Right. And he just kind of looks at you funny. Just really quick, roll a performance check, or no, a deception check, to see if you can actually pass as a guard escorting these people.
Okay.
And Audrin, and it doesn't help that Audrin's floating around in the air, so,
I was like, "Woo! Let me in!" Woo.
Audrin does do that
I
sometimes.
am trying, but it says I'm in the place between boards.
you have to come to Thorn Manor.
I am in Thorn Manor. I'm by the boat dock.
Maybe try moving yourself. See if that'll like. Maybe it's like a little glitchy thing.
Ooh. I know my deception score. Can
Sure.
someone just roll a d20 for me?
Here, I gotcha.
Let me do it. Oh my god, let me do it, please.
I got it.
I never get to roll dice. I wanted to roll
Never
a
get to
real
roll
dice.
dice.
Okay.
Alright, Humi, it's a 16. What's the modifier?
I forget.
The modifier is
I think
plus
you rolled it. I rolled an 8.
Plus 8?
Good. Nice.
Yes.
Holy
My man,
shit.
my man be fibbing.
Okay, so yeah, easy enough. He nods and he goes, right, there seems to be more and more of those popping up around the day, so the double downs, as you were. And you all are now acknowledged as the double downs by this guard.
Thank you so much.
Accepting.
+3 renown.
Plus
Yes.
3 renown. Okay, so do you
So-
all go to meet Lady Thorn?
Oh, do we ever bust into the door? Baby?
Yes.
Sorry I got here so soon, Winter. I was actually able to move myself without getting stuck, so I just had to keep going.
That's fine.
Because usually I didn't want to have to ask you to teleport me if I got stuck.
Okay, so you all make your way back into the familiar manor, and you've noticed that the structural integrity of this manor, I guess being so isolated away from the rest of the landmass, it seems to have held up actually quite well. There is little to zero damage. And as you walk up, things seem to be mostly back to normal here, as she observes from out the window from afar. And she looks to you all as you enter, and she goes, "So, what's the damage?"
Well, it seems that a couple of the town folk got injured. The spell seemed to have changed them into zombies, I think. But,
What do you mean by spell?
There was some manner of ritual going on outside, one that we interrupted no less. If I was a bargaining man, which I'll tell you I'm not, I imagine it's the same ritual that summoned that there big spider in the Terrace of Devotion.
well, we also kind of, saw something. I think we could see into a different plane of reality.
What do you mean by that?
So I think what we did was that I think we pierced the veil and saw into the spirit world, or some version of it. It seems like we can see other people who've come back in this state, but it doesn't last for very long.
So what, you can detect the undead or something like that?
Well, Humi is going to enter the state.
You're gonna use
Yes.
You're gonna use Soul of the Undead Sovereign to gaze into the beyond?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and as you do, Humi, you stare straight ahead for a moment before focusing in, and for the next few seconds, your eyes shine an ethereal white glow as you look about the room. And you still see your compatriots around you, through this thinly blue whitish veil as you look through. And you see your compatriots just in their normal appearance, however the guards all around just look like these masses of black shadowy figure, obscured by this plane that you're seeping through. And as you look over to Lady Thorn, taking assessment, you notice that she appears just full as day to you too, the same as your compatriots. She's not obscured by shadow.
Huh.
And after you blink for another moment, it's all gone.
Yes. Humi is just going to very shyly look at the ground at her feet, basically. Wide-eyed, not sure really what to say.
Well, that's quite a new development. Do you have any thoughts as to what this means for you, or is this all connected somehow to what just happened here today?
I
You
don't
go.
mean to interject, but I do mean to speculate. As a matter of fact, we were raised from the ground not 2 weeks prior, and by within the company of this same individual that we seem to be talking about, your former compatriot. As a matter of fact, we were beginning to show signs of some manner of change on us, and he kind of tilts his head to show his ear. I regret to say, but seems to me that we're in this hand and foot.
Interesting. Then you might all not have as much time as I had previously expected you all to.
Except me.
Aurora, you have no
time do you
semblance
feel-
of decay on you.
Yes.
Well,
Humi's going to shift back into their normal form. Is there any Can you help me with that too?
Yes, I
But
gotcha.
do I have any decay on me?
I'm gonna get rid of
curious
Shift
now.
since he's on your mini. Roll an inspection check.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Or investigation, rather.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't even have to check. Yeah, it's going to be impartial 20. No. Wait. I have 0 investigation actually. Nope. It's going to be 18 flat.
Okay. Well, with an 18, you look over yourself, your hands, you don't see anything. You pull up your sleeves a little bit, inspect your arms, you don't see anything. You don't see anything yet, and I have a feeling you're not about to start taking your clothes off in front of everybody.
No, but what Shift, what Fumi is going to do is, for the first time, you're going to see them shift without shifting. So, Fumi's clothes suddenly become, they start to change with magical essence to them. Soon you see that they're wearing a cold shoulder, let's say shirt,
Okay.
so that they can check their arms and whatnot fully.
Alright, and as your clothes change, you look down to your shoulders and you'll notice that tracing along your collarbone is where your gray skin starts to darken into almost like a charcoal color. Like a bruised charcoal.
Oh god. Does anyone else respawn to the shirt just changing on its own?
Aurora was looking to see if you were getting naked.
Aurora.
But no one responds to Humi's clothes just changing on their own.
I think Aurora would be more concerned to know if she also had any markings or bruises. I mean, she's seen her shape, like, change shape, and with it, I guess, clothing too, like, to match whoever it is. I don't think she'd be too surprised.
This is true.
Actually, Zachar has a good point there. With Jack of all
with Jack
trades,
of all trades.
starting at level 2, you add half of your proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus.
That's true.
So I would have been a 20.
A flaccid
Yeah.
20?
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Well, still, even with that, you notice that there is, like, darkened bruising along your collarbone. Like, the skin is, like, almost beginning to wither a tiny bit. Ew, thank you for the hydrate, Sippy!
Yeah, good time taking care of us.
You're just nurturing us. But Lady Thorn nods to you all and goes, well, I guess tack this on to your list of, investigations to tend to. But, I take it you all are planning to head out to Pastoral as your best bet?
Well, there's a few things first. The easy one that, like, is going to be the quickest, I think, is just the money portion for the funding.
Right. So, I can't quite offer you as much as I would have if I had the partnership of the rest of the 4 families. However, I can offer you enough to get by at the very least.
What if I convinced Dame Cromwell?
He quirks a brow at you and says, Dane Cromwell?
I might have ran into him before.
She kind of lets out a small sigh before shaking her head while closing her eyes and before looking back to you and goes, now, I can't tell you what to do or what not to do, however, you watch out for your association with Dame Cromwell.
Aurora's looking at Humi nervously, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Ooh, posture check and hydrates at me.
Fair enough.
The Cromwells are a family that have been up to many a shady business. Maybe that's a little more we can discuss later. However... Oh, good night, Gruta! I hope you feel better.
Good night,
Good night, Gruta.
Gruta.
But, that's neither here nor there. But what I can offer you right now is... I can offer you a bigger caravan, enough to carry most, if not all of you. A few more horses. And about 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Seems generous to me.
Thank you kindly.
So this caravan, does it come with a boat?
I don't believe it has the capacity to turn into a boat should you want it to.
Okay.
However, I trust that you'll be able to find enough resources over in Pass Real. It's not hard to gain passage, though. I'm not quite sure what the ships are like nowadays with the recent threats in the area. But, it'd be worth inquiring about.
Okay.
And Numbers speaks up and he goes... Numbers steps up and he goes... Well, thank you, Lady Thorn, for this generous donation. Maybe, as we go along our journey, we can get to the bottom of all of this business, including the dagger that you've given to us. And he goes to reach into his pocket, as if to re-inspect the dagger, and you see Numbers kind of pat around himself for a minute, reaching into a couple different pouches before he turns and looks to Audrin with, like, a blank expression on his face.
What? You think I have it?
Do you have it?
Arjun's going to check his purse.
Was that you checking your purse?
Yeah. Wait, did I end up having it?
No, Numbers had it.
I was gonna say, because I don't think Arjun does have it. So he's gonna pat around me a little, like checking his coat and gonna say, you know, this time, Numbers, I didn't nick it off ya.
Oh, we might have a bit of a problem then.
Elaborate.
I no longer have the dagger.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I see.
Kumi is going to use that ability again and see if they see it. How many times do we get that ability usage?
It is... Give me 1 second. You can use this ability a number of times per day equal to your wisdom modifier. What's your wisdom mod?
Wisdom modifier. I'm looking. Hey, I got exactly one more.
Do you use it one more time? Wait,
Yes.
how many times this day have you used it? Because you guys haven't long rested.
Oh, you're right. So actually, you probably can't, because we definitely did use it during that fight with the cultist.
So you try to channel back into that same power from before, however you find that it doesn't quite sink in. You're not able to pierce the veil as you had before.
Pierce the veil.
No, I knew that was coming.
Well, can someone else try looking? If you catch my drift.
I could roll an investigation check, but I'm not very good at it.
Not with those eyes, but
with your special eyes.
Oh, I don't have special eyes, but
You
let's
do
just
have
roll.
special eyes.
I do.
Oh wait, what?
Oh.
Doesn't matter anyway, because doesn't matter. I don't know what's going on.
Aurora?
I don't even know where I am right now.
Those eyes are not special. Those eyes are mundane.
Aurora, you do not see that the athame that Lady Thorn had presented to you all previously.
I love how it went from I never get to roll and then rolls a 1.
That happened last session too. Rolled 2 ones.
2 in a row.
This
2
character
in a
is
row.
cursed.
I
Now
went
is the
reckless
winter of our
and I rolled
discontent.
2 in a row.
Lady Thorn speaks up and she goes, well, I've never been able to figure out the mysteries of that object myself, so let's just hope that it's for the best, that maybe you don't quite have it. However, maybe that might be something else worth looking into. But, sorry, that's me coughing. But as I said previously, I do believe your best bet is that researcher off in Emerus. That might seem to have some semblance of what's going on around here.
Understood. Thank you for all your help and support. I know I don't know you well, but you've shown me nothing but kindness since I first met you.
Ayo, thank you for the community sub!
I love you!
Thank you, kind stranger.
Thank you, stranger.
I appreciate you putting so much trust in
let's go with the
faith
fact
in
that it's a
us.
stranger.
It's
Also,
what's
go
up?
ahead. No, go ahead. That was the Mariah question.
Oh, okay. Just one sec then. It's my great pleasure, and I know a little bit of what it's like to go on a journey like this with a group of friends. However, I worry that the journey ahead is going to be maybe the hardest that you've ever faced in your, well, I would say life, however, your unlife? Something of the sort.
We're going with what is it? Yolt. You only live twice.
You only live once.
You only live once, twice.
You
Yes,
only
yes.
live
You only live
once,
once.
twice.
Yes.
You know what? Roll a persuasion check for you only live once, twice.
It's yo
Oh.
lot.
If it's high enough,
I got it.
she's gonna
You're
love
lot.
it so much she puts it on t-shirts for us. Please.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna use a point of inspiration.
Okay.
Is this really the thing to put?
Oh.
Okay, so
They have
it
two.
is.
Yeah, who had
That is
to?
the dumbest sounding thing I have
Okay,
ever
fine.
heard.
I will use it once more. Actually, no. I'm going to save my last inspo.
Okay,
That's
so
not
what
Don't
good.
waste it on this.
the 10 plus what?
That is
Whoa!
19.
You just
Yeah,
wasted a
ignore-
natural
well,
20!
I did. I know. I couldn't delete it. Oh,
So it's a
well.
19?
Yes.
She hears you, and she listens and nods and goes, "You only live once, twice." You know, something about that's kind of catchy. You just
So
come up with
catchy.
that?
So catchy, you might even put it on a shirt.
I'm not very crafty with that kind of stuff myself, however, that's interesting. That's...
Don't worry, I'll sell you one.
Audrin, you notice this kind of familiar, like, recognition on her face of the concept of you only live once, twice. But she nods and she goes, "I quite like the ring of that, actually. How fitting. I'll remember
Thank
that." Now, I hate to make any kind of grand sweeping statements of you're in charge of all our fate or some nonsense like that, but we really could use your help in this. I can't do this personally. I can't leave. So I'm trusting you.
Well, that kind of segues into my personal next agenda piece, I guess.
Oh right, you wanted a private word, Lady Thorn. We can all wait outside if that's alright with you, Humi.
No. It's good to share things with friends. It'll make it easier.
Oh.
Is Mordecai around?
I'm gonna move you forward. Mordecai. Yeah, actually, Mordecai was assisting a few of the others around the city. Through my request. He got, given that the menagerie, without giving too much away, given its underground location, earthquakes aren't exactly the safest situation for people to be in, so Mordecai was assisting in vacating the area. But I'm sure he could be called easy enough. Did you need a word with him?
Yes. I need a word with you two. Because it'll be easier when Mordecai's here.
Alright. Give me just one moment. And She does not pull out the green stone, like that green gemstone that you had seen hanging around her neck. She doesn't pull out the street rock thing that she uses to call you all. She instead reaches to her pinky finger and kind of twists around a little golden ring that she has sitting on it that has a small red little ruby in the middle. And then she holds the ring up to her lips and whispers gently into it. This lady's fucking strapped with cell phones.
She's got
Damn, she has a pager too,
She has
and
a
a
fucking
work
pager.
phone.
Yeah.
ascending stone and ascending ring.
The only people that have throwaway phones deal drugs.
Hey, yeah, what's her
I mean, maybe. I will say at this time also, at this time, I will say it's probably reasonable to say that Mina and Alvara are finishing up what they needed to do. Did you guys want to join in the scene around this time, or?
Yes.
Most assuredly.
Galloway's still just, like, standing behind for moral support.
Oh, can Aurora turn to Galloway?
Yeah.
Say, Galloway, you are clearly experienced with the arcane. I have a question for you. A favor, maybe.
Oh, certainly. What can I help you with?
I'm gonna hand him the large gold coin that I received at my fight, and I'm gonna say, "What do you make of this?"
He takes it in his hand and he kind of turns it in his fingers a little bit. Continue?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, to me, it just looks like some big old coin that I've never seen, but I was wondering if there was something special to it or different. I'm not sure why it was included in a set of winnings that I received from a
Oh, well,
previous engagement. I don't want to say where I was.
well, this quite is a big coin, and oh, the engravings on this are quite interesting. These are a bunch of different runic symbols, and he's taking it and he's turning it around in his hands, and he studies it for a minute. And he takes some moments of contemplation, and after a couple minutes, you see him tossing it around in his hand, inspecting every edge as he looks across it, and he goes, well, this is something quite special here. And I will tell you, this is called a victorious coin.
Okay.
What the victorious coin does is it requires attunement, funny enough.
Okay.
But if it's attuned, whenever the bearer kills a creature, they gain temporary hit points equal to the creature's CR once per day.
CR.
Whoa, that is
Combat
awesome.
rating. Yeah, it's not bad.
CR what?
Combat rating.
Combat rating.
The combat rating, once per day.
Holy shit.
You'd have to ask him that probably.
Okay, so does he like relay that information to
Yeah,
me?
he does. He tells you.
Okay.
He says, "Are you aware of CR? It makes
I
a
do know what
big
CR
force in
is.
this world."
She's gonna. So do I have to attune to it like every day, or I just attune once?
No,
and
you
it re-
tune to it once, and it takes up one of your attunement
Okay.
slots.
And then how many attunement slots do I have?
I think everyone
2,
gets 3.
3? Did I have to attune to the vicious spear?
No.
No. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna say that's fascinating. I've never been good with being able to detect anything that's magical or whatever you wizard folk do. So this is quite helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's quite my pleasure. I'm happy to see that you have an item of such interesting qualities. And at this time, Alvara and Mina appear back up the stairs.
I am attuning to this coin right now.
It takes an hour.
I will just hold it for an hour. And,
Okay.
And attune to it while we just chill out.
And
Actually,
after,
I'll wait till tonight. I'll wait till tonight when we're in bed.
Lady Thorn then nods to Yuhumi and he goes, she goes, he should be here in a few moments.
Okay.
The others, as you approach, she nods and she goes, the entire party's together. It's good to see.
Humi, did we notice any sort of reaction on you when you requested this other person to show up?
Yes, you will have noticed that before speaking, they had to take a big gulp, more or less. They kind of genuinely look anxious.
Okay.
Also, their shirt is shifting back into their usual wear, I'll say. That of a Witchlight Carnival hand.
Yeah, Humi, you are very familiar with the Witchlight Carnival. How many years did you work at the Witchlight? Forever?
Well, I would say it's just about a lifetime. Yeah.
Oh, there you
Forever and
go.
a day.
No one would know more about it in this particular area than you, then.
Yes.
Really quick, I was just reading the question that was posted in chat. I think that would entirely depend on your DM, because I can't really tell if that was like a homebrewed item, or if that's like an official item, but I would just ask the DM. So after a few minutes pass, what's a good mini to use here? There's just not a lot of good minis for this.
You could give him like a robe or something.
Well, yeah, but I gotta
Probably.
use one of just like the generic minis. This isn't very accurate, but I'm just gonna pick this one anyway. Close enough. After a few moments, you'll notice that next to Lady Thorn, a puff of smoke appears on the ground, and as it pours out with a loud little pop, the smoke kind of trails along the ground and whines, and you'll notice in the middle, a figure within the smoke steps forward as it begins to dissipate, and you'll see a tall, dark purple-skinned drow male. This is not a good mini for that. Hold on. This is gonna be close enough. A purple-skinned, like a deep purple, long white hair with piercing red eyes drow male that is wearing these long flowing robes that are all black and silver lined, and you see just a couple traces of like greenish hints within them. And he, with his eyes closed, he gives a nod and he steps forward and he goes, You had requested my assistance. And he looks over and scans you all and kind of gives a nod and he goes, Greetings, one and all. I am Mordecai. Mordecai the Magnificent. And he stops as he looks to you, Humi. And he just kind of stops dead in his tracks and he just stares at you.
So, at this point, Humi is going to kind of looks amongst the party, Lady Thorn and Mordecai included. It might be a bit time to kind of mention some things about what I was kind of doing before I died. So, yeah, I think I might have a kid. And I'm going to look straight at Lady Thorn.
Oh.
Lady
Thorn's
Thorn.
eyes widen at this.
I'm just gonna step back, cross arms, and watch this as though he had popcorn in hand.
Mina's looking around very confused at what is going on.
Lady Thorn she's still looking at you with like a kind acknowledgement, and Mordecai takes a couple steps forward and he goes, Umi, how can this be? Is this where you've been all this time? What happened to you?
Well, I died. We all came back to life just during the party. We don't know why or how, and yeah, it's been what, 5?
Oh.
Talking about it. Yes.
Umi, it's been years. I traveled away from the Witchlight to some answer as to where you went. I've seen Mr. Witch and Mr. Light pull some kind of odd stunts in the past, but nothing to this degree, and I just needed to know. What happened to you?
So, well, working at the carnival, you don't really get rich. So I was doing some side jobs, and well, one side job might have accidentally killed a Baron. So that didn't go over swimmingly with the community. There was some also issues with with Carnival needing funds, and I kind of got double crossed.
I see. I've spent many years trying to uncover the turnabouts as to where your trail had led, and I came to a dead end, and well, as you said, the carnival doesn't earn very much coin, so I found a little bit of a stability here and with Lady Thorn, and he gestures to her, and she looks and she nods, and she goes, I really took you to be dead. I never imagined I would see you again, but I cannot express enough how happy I am to see you again.
Kumi is
my favorite apprentice, and he steps forward to give you a big hug.
Oh. Kumi's going to hug him back. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait and see what other people say now.
Everyone else, what are you doing in this time?
This is just kind of a massive revelation. I think Alvara's just kind of still processing it. I think during the part where they mentioned like getting into a mix-up while trying to do a different task, there's almost a look of understanding that crossed her face for a brief flash. But ultimately, she's, a little bit surprised, to say the least, at the events that transpired. I don't think she says anything. I think she's still internalizing it.
I think that because Aurora hasn't known the party that long,
a singular day.
Yeah, like, she would just be like, oh, okay, she's got a child. I wonder where the child is, or where she's going with this, and why she's telling all of us this right now. I mean, it's great that she's sharing this about herself, but I think she's wondering where it's inevitably going to lead to, because it seems like Humi's not finished,
Mina, Audrin, anything to add?
Mina's just gonna say, well, my name's Mina, it's nice to meet you, Mordecai, right?
Yes, and he kind of shakes his head after giving Humi a big embrace, and straightens himself, and he goes, I am Mordecai. Mordecai the Magnificent. The DM is still a little tipsy right now.
Magnificent.
The Magnificent. I am Mordecai. Mordecai the Magnificent. The previous Grand Illusionist of the Witchlight Carnival. It is a pleasure to meet you all.
Illusions? Those sound fun.
They most certainly can be. What's that behind you? Mina, do you turn around?
Yes, immediately.
You turn around and you see... Hold on, actually, I forget if there's a DC for this. Hold on.
Mina just turns around.
Mina turns around.
Like, what? What is it?
There's nothing there.
You
What
turn
do I say?
around and you see, just in a small little foot square, the visage of a small little baby red dragon, and it does a little hiccup and as it looks to you.
Friend.
And then it disappears into a little puff of purpley, glittery smoke.
That was really cool.
Thank you. And he gives you just a little bow, and he looks to you all and he goes, well, I never expected to see you again, but let alone it seems you found a group of wonderful friends. More friends than you ever had at the carnival. Audrey, you guys...
Yeah, sorry, I had a hiccup there. Excuse me. Looks like you're a talented sort, but it doesn't surprise me. Seeing the lot you keep, and he casts a glance over to Humi. If you're kin to him, you're kin to me. That's the way I see it.
Humi, if I may brag for a moment, was my favorite and most amazing apprentice I have ever had in my time at the Witchlight Carnival. This one can perform and transform for endless hours to everyone's amazement.
They've made no stranger of demonstrating that. Go ahead.
I think Alvara finally has collected her thoughts and she's just gonna go, I'm sorry, are we glossing over the fact that, you mentioned you had a kid?
Mordecai turns his attention back to Humi and he says, right, Humi, this is so much all of a sudden and at one time. You have a child.
Yeah, I didn't know that they would, like, be here and, like, with everything going on. I
And you're
kind of look over
absolutely
to Sleepy
certain that this is yours.
I really do think. So, before things happened, I kind of took a hiatus from the whole changing for hours. I actually couldn't shift for a while, and I think it was like related to having the kid, you know. So what do I do? I never really thought I'd get a chance to see them or raise them, and now they're 5.
Well, and he just kind of sighs and he turns his head and looks to Lady Thorn. And Lady Thorn has been listening carefully this whole time, and she looks to you and she goes, well, Mordecai, if you're certain, and he gives her like a gentle nod, and then Lady Thorn looks to you, Humi, and she goes, I've been searching ever since I came across this one for any sign, any trace of a family, of a parent, of anyone that could have any connection to this child. Arya's not my blood niece. I just kind of found her, actually. She was being transported like some kind of good or cattle. It was sickening to me. So I took her, with the help of Mordecai, as he was following behind.
I don't know if well, I mean, with everything going on, I'm not even sure, like, if I could protect her properly. Because I kind of just, like, looked at the party. What do you guys think I should do?
What happened to the other parent? Alvara's gonna ask or inquire.
Yeah, and how did you lose your child?
Well, so what happened was that there was some dealings or whatnot that kind of did not go our way. So to make the carnival some more money, I agreed to do a mission, and it kind of went sideways, and it kind of backfired. And yeah, so the other parent, I guess, is Lord Byron.
Lord who?
Byron.
Oh, fuck. And is that
Yes.
the Baron that...
Yes.
Got it.
So
Ow.
yeah,
That's...
things kind of took a turn, and I couldn't, like, shift, and then I was being hidden, and then things well, the tables got turned on me, and yeah, I kind of told Shift to watch after her, and well, I didn't think I'd ever see Shift again, but gestures to Shift.
Shift is just sitting there with his tail kind of wagging, like sweeping across the rug gently.
More of a reunion than you would have guessed, I suppose. But... If you're asking me,
Sorry.
I'd say that there's only one proper approach to this, lad, and I don't think any here could begrudge you for it.
Yes, but literally, if we don't finish this mission, everyone will be in danger, including her.
True enough.
I understand the idea of wanting to be near your family. It's something that you don't realize the value of until you believe it's gone forever. Or until you actually do lose it. And she's gonna have a little somber look for a second, and then go back and say, as Aldrin stated, I don't think anyone would judge you were you to stay with your daughter. But should you decide to venture forth with us on this mission, I do think you need to make peace with many sort of things. Perhaps the opportunity of... not the opportunity, rather, but the potential of not seeing her again. And the last word gets stuck in Alvara's throat a little bit.
Does anyone else say anything?
She wouldn't be safe with us. I think that the choice here is entirely up to you. You could stay and try to form a bond with her again, reconnect. I mean, she is your blood, but if you don't feel like... if you feel like the world will be a safer place if you were to come with us and to aid us, then maybe it's best for her, if it's alright with Lady Thorn, that she remains under her care for the time being. Just until we can fix this whole situation. Because if y'all are changing and decaying, you might not have much time with her.
Lady Thorn nods.
You should.
It might be best to try and find a solution first so that we can at least ensure that you can have a long life to spend with her without the risk of dying.
You should at least know the truth. But
Yes. I just wonder if it's best to tell her now or later. That's not up to me. That's entirely up to you.
What I can tell you, Huli, is that there are worse things in this world than having to be raised by one capable person. He gestures to Lady Thorn. My father vanished at sea when I was a young lad. I ended up all right. And he kind of pats his coat down a little bit. And he's going to look back to him and say, one thing's for certain, though. Before you leave this place, make sure that, give her something to remember you by. Let her know that... Just make sure you tell her that you love her. She might not understand what you have to do, but she needs to understand what she means to you.
Humi nods and steps forward. No, Humi. Lady Thorn nods and steps forward. And she says, now listen. I don't necessarily see myself as the greatest parental figure, however. Getting to provide for Arya has been one of the greatest pleasures and honors that I could have. And if I could keep her safe for you just a little while longer, while you go sort all this mess out for yourself and for her, for the safety of everyone, her included, it would be no trouble to myself. And she gestures to Mordecai and goes, we've been doing our best to take our absolute best care we can of her and provide her with what she needs. Mordecai even takes her every weekend over to the theater. She really loves to see everything they had to do, and now I really know where she gets it from.
Oh.
Maybe if things get set right, we can go about getting things set straight.
That sounds good.
So if you really wanted to ensure her safety and leave something behind, at least that to be connected with her, at least to some degree, well, then she kind of looks down at Shift.
Yeah, I mean, he's my most loyal companion. He's always has my back. I mean, okay, yeah. So Umi's gonna go down on one knee to get eye level with Shift. And in Sylvan, if you can understand Sylvan,
I think Mina
they're
can.
going.
I can too, actually.
I can.
Well, in Sylvan, you guys pick up that I'm basically ordering Shift to guard. And I'm also going to leave him with. Do I have anything to give actually? Yeah, I'm going to give my dagger. Yeah, okay.
Okay. As you're saying
Everyone
this to
else to hear
Shift.
some.
Now keep going.
If you don't understand Sylvan, you just heard like some fancy speak.
As you're
And you saw me give a
As
dagger
you're speaking to
Shift.
Shift, and you hand him over the dagger and set it by his paws, explaining to him that his duty now is to no longer follow, but to stay and protect Arya the best he can from any more incoming threats. I need you to roll one last animal handling check.
Okay. What is my animal handling? Give me 1 second. That would be good to know.
Animal handling, animal handling.
I have a +1, so that is 16.
A 16? Okay. He looks to you. And while Shift normally seems to be kind of aloof and a bit in his own vibe, he's listening to you quite intently as you sit down before him. His tail that was kind of like wagging and sweeping across the rug has now stopped, and he's listening to you very intently. And as you speak to him and you put the dagger down by him, after a moment, his ears kind of droop backwards just a small bit, and he lets out a small whine before giving you a few licks to your cheek and putting his paw like in your hand. And he just looks to you with that look of acknowledgement before he gets up, kind of shakes off his fur a little bit, and he goes and he takes a seat by Mordecai. And as he does so, he goes and sits, but he still looks to you occasionally with a small whine in the back of his throat. But he doesn't move. He stays as he's told.
Okay. I guess we have work to do. And Humi kind of just makes an exit.
On you. Just like a little reassuring hand on your shoulder. She's gonna give you a smile and a nod.
Humi's going to nod back.
I think,
Okay.
side note, during this time, Aurora is... she's feeling a lot of, a lot of emotions, I guess, internally, seeing, like, this display of affection from 3 people towards someone that they see, you know, like, as a child. And it makes her happy to see, but I think deep down she feels a twang of jealousy as she thinks about herself at that age. And she thinks about how that's all she ever wanted at that age was, you know, people, like family or not, just someone who cared enough, you know, for her safety and her happiness to put themselves first for her. I think she's just feeling a mixed range of emotions, and she's feeling very guilty about feeling jealous. But
Okay. Lady Thorn nods and she goes, I trust that we'll keep each other updated along this journey.
Yes, indeed. Fumi's going to start making exit towards the door now.
As you all begin to pick up and leave, is there anything else you guys wish to say or do before you exit the manor?
Can I give Shift one more little scritch behind the ears?
You can. As you approach and as he sits by Mordecai, and you give him a little bit of a pet, he leans his head into your hand for just a moment and allows himself a little bit of vulnerable panting and a tiny little like tail thump on the carpet before he once again straightens himself back up.
I sneak up some pocket bacon and then I leave.
Oh, how old is
bacon in your
that?
pocket this whole time?
You've had bacon in your pocket?
Yeah, just from when we were at Chelsea's.
Oh my.
Get bacon, we made a whole bit about it, god damn it.
I
that's
know.
right.
It's a day,
That
it's
was-
fine.
A day
That was like 3 weeks ago.
covered in greasy lint.
So you sneak
Well,
him some
shit,
pocket
don't
bacon.
You know he's gonna eat that right up. He's a dog.
As you all begin to exit.
Well, actually, I'm just gonna give Arania a farewell.
Aradia?
Sorry, Lady
Here the
Thorn.
whole time.
She's here the whole time!
I see you
Bye,
lurking.
Ronnie.
I see you lurking in the corner, you little.
We'll see you
rat.
next. Damn it, we kill you.
No, I was thinking of Arya, which is the niece, but she's not there either. I was actually thinking of Lady Thorn, so I just got my names twisted. Too many aid names in this campaign, frankly.
There's a lot
Aurora,
of names.
Arya, Aura, Aldrin.
We need more.
So we need less.
We do have we
so,
added
oh
And
over-
Adeline, Adelaide.
Oh,
Adelaide,
Adelaide,
yeah.
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Look, you gotta start moving down the alphabet a little. So yeah,
No.
so as to Lady Thorn, Alvara's just gonna give sort of like a nod and say, thank you for everything you've done to us. It's nice to have allies who don't demand too much in return.
She nods and she goes, well, I remember back in my youth, this is a little something I wished I could have had back in my adventuring days. However, it seems the consequences of such for y'all are a bit more dire, so I'm gonna do my part and do what I can to help.
She nods, and then she'll bend down and give Shift a little pat and just say, farewell, buddy.
He
Or
gives your
turning-
palm a little lick.
Leaving. Ew, my fingers are decaying.
Your palm, not your fingy!
Yeah, they're gloved, so
The
he licks the
no-
glove,
yeah.
but-
That's true.
She'll turn away after that and reconvene with everyone else downstairs who already left. Those who left.
Mina?
Yeah.
Mina is probably gonna give Shift a great big hug and tell him he's a good boy before leaving.
You wrap your little arms around his furry neck and you give him a big squeeze, and he laps his tongue against the side of your face and just kind of drags against the entire side, and it like takes that little lick of green hair along the side of your head and just like sends it straight up, like in a sticky mess.
So instead of a
Giving you a
cow lick,
mohawk.
kind of like a Shift lick.
Yeah, instead of a cow lick, it's a shift lick. And Humi, as everyone begins to leave and you begin to make your way out as you're the last one down the stairs, if you look back over your shoulder, you'll see everyone give you a sorrowful yet encouraging nod, and you see Shift looking to you again. He gives you one last little tail wag, just gentle, his ears perk up for a moment, and a little whine leaves his throat.
Oh
And
my
he
god.
looks so
stop it.
badly like he wants to come and follow you, but he stays.
Stop talking. Stop it. Stop it.
You do see a tear come from Humi as I leave.
A what?
A tear.
A tear.
Oh no! Stop it! Shut up! No. Oh, I hate it.
Oh, I'm emotional role-playing the dog.
I hate animal sadness. That's my one weakness.
Okay, so everyone leaves Thorn Manor?
We're gonna fuck this bitch up for Shift and for Hubie.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Now it's
Yeah.
personal.
As you all begin to leave, I will say at this point, it's probably in the early afternoon. I will say let's call it here because next episode is going to be just like a quick, you guys buy whatever it is you need to buy and then leave. And
Take
I
a
want
long
numbers
rest,
to be able to
please.
be here.
Also,
Yeah,
we
you guys
also
can spend the rest of the
sleep
day
tonight?
here and then leave the next morning too if you want.
That's fine.
But I want numbers to at least be
Fine.
there because I don't know if he has things he wants to do or buy before you guys leave.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
start.
Very
We
true.
can start next morning. Next session of the morning.
Okay. So, great session, everyone.
yeah, this was fantastic. and sad.
Indeed.
Oh, but we love it when
Fantastic.
it's fantastic and sad.
Fantastic and sad is a mood sought to be elicited in these games.
Alright, everyone did
I've
wonderful.
never
If you
seen-
guys did not spend your points of inspiration from everyone having one, then just hold on to them. Just keep them.
Okay.
So I guess let's go down the line for player inspiration. Audrey?
Obviously gonna Kumi. Was it ever gonna be anyone else? Was there ever even any chance? There was masterfully done. There was a
Absolutely
big
not.
story moment. Handled very well, and a little moment for all of us to come closer because of your back. Very good.
It's a group bonding moment.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay, Alvara?
Yeah, it's a big story moment for me, so, you know, it's gotta go to them. That was pretty huge for the development, pretty big shock to the party, so, yeah.
Okay. Aurora?
no surprise here, but gonna give it to Humi. That was like Alvaro said, a really big story development. I think that that's a hard thing for anybody to do, you know, to just come out and share one of their biggest secrets. And I think Humi roleplayed it really well. Or well, I think that, you know, our finest Gonzo roleplayed it very well. And it listen, I got emotional about the shift Humi thing. It made me feel things that it's sad.
It is sad.
That's what stories are for, baby.
Alright, Humi?
Well, I am definitely going to give it to Mina for healing 50 people. That is crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Mina for the greater good out here.
Yeah, seriously.
Even with the greater restoration out here.
Alright, Mina?
So Humi's got it in the bag. I want to give mine to Shift,
Oh!
personally.
Oh.
Well, Shift and Humi are one and the same, so...
Thank you. It's the first time I've made a sad backstory.
Oh. I don't know, Zenzu was kind of sad.
Actually, yeah, no. That was
Um,
first time doing.
So yeah, player inspiration is gonna go to Humi for the week.
Thank you, thank you.
Great job. For community inspiration, keep a lookout in a Discord server for where we're going to be posting for everyone to vote on who they feel like should get another point of inspiration. Anyone that did not win player inspiration, that is. And also, I would like to say, at the end of this session, this pretty much closes the Balriden arc.
Yeah.
So give
there's only-
yourselves
Yeah.
level 7.
Noise.
Nice.
I don't know if I cut out there. Sorry if I didn't. That was loud.
We've been waiting a long time for this. So,
Level
We're level 70, right?
Not 70!
Oh, I already added it. It's too late. I got
No!
698 HP.
Yeah, baby.
119.
Hello?
You know what? You know what, Mina?
Wait.
Since you're just so great, why don't you give yourself 699?
We like camera pans back to Mina for, like after being off of her for a second, and she's suddenly got gigantic, bulging, ripped arms.
Hold on, Mina,
The rest of her is the
becomes-
same, but she's got anchor arms now.
Mina becomes this.
Holy shit!
Oh god, that's horrifying. Every time I flap my wings, do I cast the gust spell naturally, just like in a cone behind me?
Yeah, it's kind of like when a dragon flaps their wings, you know?
Okay, I accept it.
Oh wait, you're still too big, hold on.
I get advantage on it.
I'm still too big.
There you are.
Well,
Kill
let me
your
roll
DM, hey!
Oh, no.
Talk about that.
But great job, everyone. Oh my god, Curse of Strahd Thursday!
Get ready,
This is so
everyone's
exciting.
going
I'm so excited.
Get ready,
Probably.
get hype,
I gotta
everyone.
take a photo of this. I rolled my d12. Take a
Oh, for your
photo.
health?
Yeah, it's a 12! I'm setting it!
Woo!
I'm setting it right now so you guys know. It's blurry, but I had to take the photo fast.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah!
I'm also gonna roll
Noise.
my HP real
Yeah,
quick.
roll your HP.
Might as well roll mine too. Get the first
I've been
one.
rolling really
Actually.
well.
I am not
All right.
at my usual facility for
That's
D&D.
understandable.
Does anyone know
Ooh.
the dice for
The hit dice for a bard?
Yes, yes.
Oh, let me look that up.
What?
Uh,
Anything for the
And actually,
12
while I do that for the time being, let's just I think wrap it up here. It's a D8 for Bard.
Okay, last roll.
So go ahead and roll that, and then we're gonna wrap this up and head offline.
And my health is
Okay.
69.
Ew.
My max HP is now 60.
Ew.
Do I add anything on
mine's
top of the
also
12
60.
winter for
Ew.
barbarians, or no?
What?
Yeah, you add your con
Yeah,
modifier.
your con modifier.
Oh, so that's an additional 3.
Oh, mine's actually 61. I have a +3 to con, I forgot.
Alright guys, you all
Oh,
did
really?
wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're gonna head offline for now, but stay tuned on Thursday for Curse of Strahd.
Yahoo! Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining
Good night,
us.
everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.